Fear and doubt are silent killers of progress. They infiltrate our minds, telling us that we are not enough, that failure is certain, and that we should just give up. But what if I told you these fears have no real power? The Stoics believed that fear and doubt are simply illusions, manifestations of the mind that only gain strength when we feed them. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about your past fears. How many of them actually came true? And even when they did, were they as bad as you imagined? The first step in conquering fear and doubt is changing your perception. Fear often seems overwhelming, but when you break it down, you realize that it's nothing more than a mental construct. The Stoics taught that nothing is inherently good or bad. Only our judgment makes it so. When you face your fears, ask yourself, is this fear based on reality, or am I just imagining the worst possible outcome? Most of the time, our fears are built on worst-case scenarios we create in our minds. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. So, the next time fear tries to paralyze you, take a moment to ask yourself if it's real or just a product of your mind. The second step is to take action. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the ability to act despite it. The Stoics weren't immune to fear, they simply didn't let it control them. They knew that fear is best defeated through action. Taking action diminishes the fear you feel because when you face it head-on, it loses its power. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And when you take that first step, you'll find that fear is rarely as daunting as it seems. The third step is embracing discomfort. Fear often thrives in comfort, and if you're always seeking safety, you will remain controlled by your fears. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort. They intentionally subjected themselves to hardship to become stronger. Whether it was enduring hunger, cold, or physical discomfort, they knew that by embracing discomfort, they could conquer fear. You can do the same. Start by pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, whether it's taking a cold shower, speaking in public, or tackling a difficult task. The more you challenge yourself, the less power fear has over you. The fourth step is controlling your inner dialogue. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," you're feeding your fears. But if you shift your thoughts and say, "I can do this," or "failure is just a lesson, not a defeat," you take away fear's power. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Train yourself to respond to fear with strength, not weakness. The fifth step is embracing mortality. The fear of death, loss, and failure can hold us back, but the Stoics understood that death is a natural part of life. They practiced memento mori, a reminder that we will all die one day. But this wasn't meant to create fear, it was meant to eliminate it. When you realize that time is limited, you stop wasting it on fear and start living fully. You stop caring about the opinions of others and begin to focus on what really matters. The final step is detachment from outcomes. Fear often comes from attachment, whether it's to success, approval, or perfection. But as the Stoics taught, we can't control everything. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your effort, your mindset, and let go of everything else. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for them to happen as they do, and you will find peace." When you stop obsessing over outcomes, you free yourself from fear. So, if you want to conquer fear and doubt, remember the Stoic way. Challenge your perceptions, take action, embrace discomfort, control your thoughts, embrace mortality, and detach from outcomes. When you do this, you will become truly unstoppable. Fear and doubt will no longer control you. Instead, you will control them. and you will find strength in your ability to face any challenge, no matter how daunting it may seem.